That's it. Just the 2 super overs for this match. That's all. Boring. Were they in a hurry to leave? Why did they go? We want one more. I want a 3rd super over. I want a 4th super over till everyone's out of the game. And then the tail enders have to bat and the openers have to bowl. And then they have to just end it with one large group huddle and play Antakshari till they find who the winner is. Hello and welcome. You're watching My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live. El Bizarro. What's going on? 2 games go to a super over. The second one goes to 2 super overs. This is just you. Oh.
2020, I'm telling you, it's a strange old year.
You know, whatever we do in this show, we cannot match the excitement of what has happened today. So we're just going to say good night. Thank you for watching. That is just insane stuff, Joy. What is going on?
13 years in the IPL, 6 seasons being a part of a team. I have not seen a day close to this. I have not seen a day close to this. And you know, after the first match was over, you said super over, fantastic match. Oh, the second one's going to be a bit of a yawn. Top-ranked team versus the bottom-ranked team. And it is the most amazing match of the tournament. What a match. And what individual stories. I mean, there are threads out there. There's one Rahul Chahar. There's one Gale. There's one Bolt. There's one Anukul Roy taking a catch. There are so many sub-stories out there. It is unbelievable.
It was just, I thought for a while, I don't know when it was. Was it the first super over? Yeah, when I thought that the ball was made of metal and Anukul Roy was a magnet.
Yeah, it kept going
every ball just went to him. The catch went to him. The field just kept going to him. It was just insane. But Lisa, I don't know. I mean, you could pick like 18 points from the last like 30 minutes, right? I don't even know where to begin. But I think I do. I want to start with, would all of this have gone to a super over if Jordan had not decided to do that loop like he was coming off an expressway while taking that last run?
I call it the QE2 turning circle. So the fact that he ran 2 pitches around to get back, I think he would have made it if he hadn't have done that. Yeah. But then you've also got to think of Nathan Coulter diving to his right, stopping the boundary there. So that kept it like I just can't actually keep up. Was it the end of the match or in the first super over and the last super over? Everything just happened, like you said, in the last probably 45 minutes.
Really, Joy, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't. I don't even think this has ever happened. Has it happened in the history of T20 cricket with 2 super overs?
Look, I don't know. I honestly...
No, it's the first time ever. This is the first time ever. I genuinely... Because you could tell the umpires, the support staff, everyone was confused. Do they get to bowl again? Do they not get to bowl again? I think everybody was confused about the rules.
Yeah, and actually, even the commentators got the rules wrong. So they were saying that, when the first match is being played, Punjab, Mumbai can bat so-and-so and so-and-so. It doesn't work that way. At the start of the super over, both teams have to give up sheets saying, these are my 3 batsmen, this is my 1 bowler. So you can't look at that first, the saying that there's 5 there and saying, who am I going to bat or bowl? That choice is not there with the second team. Their players are already in. So even the commentators got confused. But if you ask me, the turning point of this match, and there's so many turning points if you won't even go, there are more turning points in Lombard Street in San Francisco. The turning point of...
That's that rule. That was very good. That was very good.
The turning point of this match for me was Mohammad Shami's over. Defending 5.
Which one of them? The super over.
Because
the super over.
Defending 5, you have a situation where you've just lost it.
Yeah.
And 5 is Nicholas Pooran is gone again with that first shot. He's done it before. And you're sort of tearing your hair out, Kumble's tearing his hair out, wondering, what do you do with a guy like this? Somehow they reach 5. And Shami defends that. That, for me, is the game there. Because after that, did you notice how Punjab looked after that happened?
Yeah, they were very buoyant. You're right.
They knew they had escaped a bullet.
Yeah.
They just dodged a bullet. And they said, now we have a chance.
But Joy, let's go into that over. What was Rohit Sharma doing kind of lapping? Like, that's not his shot. That's not what he does. It's just amazing what pressure does to players and experienced players.
Similarly, sorry, I'm to add to your point, Lisa, it's what Rahul did when he got out LBW as well.
Oh, the reverse. Yeah.
Like you guys are much better than that, right? Both of you.
Yeah.
You're both just so much better than that. To watch them do that cute stuff is just, that's pressure. You're so right, Lisa. That's pressure, isn't it?
I'm going to tell you a story which I think is in some way relevant here. So the first time Mohammad Shami plays an international match, he's playing, a big match. He's playing for KKR and he's playing in the Champions League in 2011.
Yeah.
And people get nervous because they're playing in Bangalore. There's Chinnaswamy, full 55, 60,000 spectators. And I asked him, are you nervous? And he looked at me and in Hindi he said, he comes from the Badlands in UP, where they play 1 over games, okay, with lakhs of rupees being bet on the game and 15 gunmen around watching the game. And he turned around and he told me just one thing. He said, Joyda, whatever happens, Chinnaswamy, there are no gunmen up there, right? Are they? So that gives you a little bit of an insight as to why he was the coolest guy. Okay, 5, maybe they'll get it, maybe they won't. But he was the most unfazed guy on that field.
The second super over, what happened there? Well, Pollard came out to bat for Mumbai. Yes, Pollard was there, Hardik was there. There was Chris Jordan, who was all over the place. There was one interesting point there, was a caught behind given by the umpire. My question is, reviewed by Pollard. My question is, if there was no appeal or if the umpire didn't think it was an edge, the under edge, would that have been called a wide?
He went over the top. Was it over the top on the inside of it? So
no, because it was outside the tram line.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. His bat was,
because it was there, right? Because when you saw the angle, it looked deceptive, right? It was that, again, the same sort of 2D image of a 3D occurrence, right? Which just had no idea what was happening. Of course, Pollard with his wingspan, Pollard can probably sort of reach point, can't he?
Right? He can. So he doesn't get wides, which I think is fair.
No, absolutely. And not only that, the point is, even those lines out there, they are meant to be as a reference to the umpires. All the umpire has to judge was, did the batsman have a fair chance of getting to the ball?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Trent Bolt. He bowled one that just missed leg stump. And the batter was going, well, hang on, that should be wide. It's like, no. If you had actually stayed in your original batting position, the ball would have taken off your front leg. So no.
Yeah, true.
So it was we've got to commend the umpires, because that's a high pressured match.
Yeah.
And all of their decisions are being scrutinized, and they did really well.
Yeah, they were spot on. And then let's just talk about the Mayank Agarwal save at the boundary. That was just absolutely spectacular.
Absolutely. I'm so sorry, Mayank. I called you Cinderella for one whole season because you getting pretty 25s and 30s and getting out. But you did get 25s and 30s and get out. You have come to the party. Whether you're Cinderella or not, that slipper is waiting for you. You deserve to be crowned.
He caught that at midnight, by the way, right? He caught that at midnight.
Midnight India time. It doesn't matter where it was being played. He caught that at midnight. He didn't turn into a pumpkin. He got the ball back in. It was an amazing save.
I just thought that, the fielder pulling up. Who was the fielder pulling up to him? There was a fielder next to him.
Yeah.
Was it Nicholas Puran? Maybe not. I don't know.
No, it was Singh. It was Anurit Singh, right? Arshdeep Singh, sorry. Arshdeep Singh was running up towards him, who got excited with the effort and sort of just jumped and braked and jumped. That's inexperience, I'm guessing. Otherwise, if you just preempted it, it could have been a catch. Could have, would have, should have. Well, it just could have been. In the end, it didn't matter because Punjab got there because Trent Bolt decided to give an early Christmas present to Chris Gayle and say, oh, there you go. Here's a little full toss to hit for 6. Yeah. And, that's the thing. He's going for the Yorker, right? He's going for the Yorker, gets it wrong. And, with Chris Gayle, your margin of error is pretty much just about this, right? I mean, you get it wrong and he's going to dispatch it. And once he did that, you knew that it was going to happen. You knew that they were going to get there.
But this is Punjab, so you never knew.
See, that's true. It's a valid point. We did.
But see, I thought it was tactically smart, because when Mayank and Chris were walking out, I was thinking, who do you put on strike? And I'm thinking, you've got to put Gale on strike, simply because he's the type of guy who goes bang, bang, game done, thanks very much. So first ball, gets it away for a 6. And you could see them just go and lift everyone else in the Kings 11 dugout. They just lifted a little bit more. And even though it still took a couple more deliveries, it certainly changed. So Mohammed Shami, Chris Gale, Mayank, all of them played a key role.
Let's just show you, I don't even, in all this excitement, I don't remember if he showed you the scorecard or the match summary, but let's just show you that anyway. I mean, we were only talking about the super overs, plural. We're talking about the super overs for the first time in history. Mumbai, of course, got to 176, and then Punjab also got to 176, and Punjab won super over 2. It's nuts. There's, you know something? There is an entire New Zealand one-day squad who's looking at this and saying, you know, it's nerve-wracking, but this seems like a fairer rule than what we got back in 2019. Yes, there's a lot of them looking at that. Okay, so the bowling, let's have a look at the bowling as well of what happened with the Mumbai bowlers. Of course, Bumrah, as usual, brilliant. 4 overs, 24 and 3. Was brilliant in the first super over as well. Bowl turned out to be expensive. Krunal bowled the 2 overs then. We didn't see him after that. Kutanayal for 33. Pollard 2 overs, expensive. And Rahul Chahar, very efficient. 4 for 33 and 2. We got to talk about Jasprit Bumrah, because he's having quite the season, right? I mean, he had that start which had everyone worried, saying, oh, Shami's hit the ground running, but Bumrah's looking a little out of rhythm. My God, India can't afford to have a Bumrah who's it's like, children, calm down. Just give the guy a minute. And look at his comeback, right? Just wickets, economy, wickets. Jeez. Lisa, that's a comeback, yeah?
Yeah, it is. And the fact that Rohit Sharma turns to him when he needs a wicket and throws him the ball and goes, go on, son, can you get me a wicket? And he does. Yeah. Like, how much pressure he is always under with the ball in hand to go, you know what, I'm the go-to guy. I've got to deliver. And he did that in that match. He got them back in. He got out Nicholas Puran with a really good delivery. He was, 2 wickets for like 4 runs or something ridiculous like that. So, credit to him. I guess Mumbai will be disappointed that the other bowlers, when put under pressure, didn't quite execute very well. The plans were slightly off, and that showed. So a little bit of pressure was put on this top side, and they didn't quite handle it. So that's also a good thing for the team moving forward to the finals. But it does show there are a few little cracks.
They would have gone top of the table if Mumbai, they would have won it today, but they haven't, and that means Punjab. I don't know, Joy. I know it's a real long shot, but the fact is they have won, right? And now there's 4 teams that are tied at 6 points. Punjab still has a horrible net run rate, but you never know. That could get better. But suddenly, with them winning, look at what is happening. Just look at what is happening.
Yeah, I have just a few things to say.
Yes,
I will say, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and good things never die. From the Shawshank Redemption. I mean, you have to. This has to be written for Kings 11 Punjab.
Wow.
Hope is the best of things, and it never dies. All they need to do is, maybe it'll end next. Maybe the dream will end the next match. Take it match by match. You've won 2. Live the dream. Just keep taking it one at a time.
Yeah, Lisa, they'll do well to not look back at coulda, shoulda, woulda with a lot of those games, right?
Yeah, no, that's why we're here. We'll do it for them. They don't need to.
Hey, give us your wounds. We will bring the salt.
They will look back at it and they'll go, we could have won 3 of those games, and we could be sitting on 6 wins, and it's a different story. But that's why we love this format, because any day, any team, if they play well, they can take away the points. What it does do, and I hate to say it, it might give them a little bit of momentum.
Fine her
I just
now.
want to bring it. Oh, come on. We haven't said it.
I forgive you. It's 6 a.m. for you. I forgive you in Australia. You're allowed to. I will even allow you to use the words execute and process.
No. Let's be reasonable out here, Gaurav. Let's not go overboard.
Joy,
I know.
she's locked in a room for 14 days with no access to buffet breakfast. Come on. It's the least we can give her. It's the least we can do. Today is a crazy day. Knock yourselves out. Say momentum. Do you think Punjab can get momentum from these 2 wins now?
This is like word corner in front of me.
They're going to be confident. They're going to be a lot more confident in the change room.
Who are they playing next? Sorry, let's also look at. Sorry, Lisa. While you talk, I'll just pull up that schedule again so you can see who they're playing next.
Because they've lost so many close games. So they've got Delhi, which is tough. Hyderabad, similar situation. Kolkata, Rajasthan, Chennai. So really, it's Delhi. If they can, but then you look at who they've beaten: Bangalore, both
Mumbai,
times.
yeah.
Now Mumbai. So it's not like they haven't beaten the top sides. So you never know. Like Joy said, hope.
In favor of Punjab, I'll say one thing, right? I mean, you have these 2 games with Bangalore and Mumbai, and people can say no, but they can't make it because, hey, they just scraped through these 2 and what? I mean, they barely wins by inches. But the fact is, they also lost games by inches. You don't come and give them 2 points for that. So they're going to take these 2 points and these 2 points, again, these 4 that they've got from these matches, and they'll do well to tell themselves these are hard fought. Let's not think that we took it right in the end and we can't close games out. Let's just tell ourselves that we can take it to the end and actually close the game out when there is a lot of pressure. So if you just flip the way you look at it, you're like, so what? So what if it's Delhi? So what if it's anybody else? We can just keep going because, there's a lot can happen. There's 4 teams over there. Effectively, they are 5th. Yes, net run rate is an issue, but net run rate can turn pretty quickly. You have a couple of, if you keep getting the wins and you get them big enough, you never know what happens with that. Other teams will drop their net run rate as well, but it can. So just, for you Punjab fans, I'm giving you guys hope. Also, I know that at midnight in India, only Punjab fans are awake. So that's why. Come on, my brothers and sisters from the homeland. Come on, Punjabis, yeah. Let's do the Pangra. It's okay. I can stereotype myself. I'm a Punjabi. It's fine. We're allowed to do that. All right. Of course, KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, they're still getting a lot from that, from both of them. They are both being fantastic. So they will look at those 2 to do the job. I just want to see Rahul smiling a little more. I'm such a huge fan of his batting. I feel that he's been given the captaincy of a very tough franchise. It's a revolving door. Right? The Punjab captaincy is a revolving door. He is, he's just gold in every season. I just don't want him to lose this golden touch with, the burden of captaincy of a team that's not winning or that's doing badly in this season. Well, anyway, sorry, Joy, you were saying.
I'm saying this is an outstanding record. 659, 593, 595. And even Suresh Raina has never accomplished this. He's the first Indian batsman to get 3 500-run IPLs in a row.
Yeah.
It's no Indian batsman has done it. Sachin Tendulkar hasn't done it. Yeah. Raina hasn't done it. Nobody has done it. That is amazing for me.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 in a row, by the way. So I'm saying it now. I'm having a good weekend. He's going to get 5 in a row.
You're just going to clip this up, aren't you, and keep it. And over the next 2 seasons, you're going to go, let's roll that out, that crystal ball again.
There you go.
This is like Jofra Archer's tweets. We'll have Gaurav Kapur's statements of Cricbuzz.
Yeah, welcome. KL Rahul is also on our boost stamina meter for the second game, of course. And why would he not be? He was just there all through. Just doesn't leave, right? It's pretty much there. There's only a few deliveries in the end that he wasn't there. And there you go. Yeah, 15 balls in the end that he wasn't there. And I actually, something? He probably beat himself up about that. Beat himself up about the dismissal. Beat himself up about the fact that should have probably taken his... Yeah, closed it down. But it's okay. The team got it done. So don't beat yourself up, KL. You're very good.
Harsh.
Yeah.
He surely would not beat himself up with a Yorker of that speed, of that accuracy. Sometimes you just go, you know what? Well done. I did what I could. The bowler beat me. That's fine. That's cricket.
But do you think?
I hope he's not himself up.
Do you think he would have? Do you think that he would have not hit it if he had tried to just maybe just ramp it or something? Like not nervous. Yeah,
All he
interesting.
did was try jam down on it, didn't he?
We're having, you know what we're doing? We're having that same argument we have about Jofra Archer bowling his slower balls. He's like, no, you don't. You're very good with 150. Slow balls are for 130. Don't do the slow ball. Well, okay, let's have a look at what are we looking at? Oh, we've also got game one. There were 2 games today. There were 2 games, 3 super overs, so much excitement. Well, who played I don't even. Joe, do you remember what happened in the first game? I have no recollection. Oh, there you go. Hyderabad and Kolkata both got 163. They only played the 1 super over, which now just seems amateur and disinterested on their parts. I mean, you're just phoning it in if you're only playing 1 super over. Are you guys even serious about your cricketing careers? If you're playing just the 1 super over. But Lockie Ferguson, Lisa, he was just brilliant today, wasn't he? He's got 5 wickets. He's got 3 in the game and 2 in the super over. He's got a 5 for.
Yeah, amazing effort to come off the bench. And having spoken to a number of players, when they do that halfway through an IPL season, there is so much pressure for them to perform because otherwise the team normally reverts back to the original 11 that they gave. But he came in, he bowled well. They had a plan for him. They wanted him to bowl at the back of the power play. He picked up those wickets, the 3 wickets, and then they threw him the super over ahead of the $1 million, $2 million man, Pat Cummins, and said, can you finish it off for us? And he goes, yeah, no worries, 3 balls, thank you.
Yeah, of course, Lockie Ferguson, brilliant today. Is this the 11 that you see going ahead now, Joy? If so, Sunil Narayan. So here's my question to you now. Sunil Narayan, action cleared, right? Becomes available for the next game. Who sits out, Cummins or Lockie Ferguson?
See, I think Sunil Narayan, they might give a game or 2 rest till go on. But definitely at this point in times,
whenever he comes in. I'm not letting you off the hook here. Lisa's smiling that this question's not come to her. She's very thankful.
I'm looking at who they've got and where they're playing.
Yeah. But I'd say they'd probably drop Cummins. On current form, they drop Cummins.
I mean, you're not dropping the captain, Lisa. You're not dropping Russell. So it comes down to Cummins and Lockie. If Sunil Narayan comes in, one of them have to make way.
Mind you, Russell...
Well, hang on. Andre Russell was injured, so he came off with everyone did hamstrings. Ishan Kishan, Kane Williamson, and Russell. So I reckon that will be the change because they won't risk Andre Russell again. How many times has he come off? Like anytime he runs and bends down and rolls, everyone looks and holds their breath. It's like he's wrapped up in cotton wool and it keeps breaking every time. So, I think they've got to bring in Sunil Narayan. And if Russell's injured, then it's an easy fix. So Pat Cummins stays in again.
But can I tell you why it's not? I mean, I know we're digressing, but I'll tell you why it's not. Because then that means you have another shuffle in the team because then you have to play Sunil Narayan as opener so that you don't. Otherwise, Sunil Narayan plays at 6.
So that's okay.
Yeah, you're okay with Sunil Narayan playing at 6?
Didn't he bat at 5, Joy?
He batted at 4 one game, yes.
Yeah, but
4,
Sunil Narayan, when I was in KKR, was a 7, 8, 9. That's where he used to bat.
Yeah.
And he went straight to opener. Hasn't batted that much in the middle order because he, as I said, he's not the kind of guy who's discreet about his shot selection. If it's there, he lit it. If it's not there, he won't hit it. So he plays in only one gear, as it were. So that's a problem that they might have. But I still think that Sunil Narayan for Russell seems to be the logical one if Russell is injured. Having, of course, the one person who really miss Andre Russell are the broadcasters because the amount of time he takes walking off the field, they get in 3 more advertisements, easy. 3 more sponsors go in. True. The way he walks out...
They're very happy, aren't they?
I can't believe that they allow that. He walks off and he walks off and he walks off and everyone's like waiting. I saw it one time, Warner turned around and told the umpire, what is going on?
That game went on like 4 hours, 15 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 4 hours, 15 minutes. Yes, there was a super over. Let's say even if you count 15 minutes for for the super over, for that entire module to play out. That's still 4 hours for the regular game. So, yeah, that was pretty long. All right, our My 11 Circle Ultimate Team of the first game. Let's have a look at that real quick. How many of these did you have in your team? Would have done well if you had Lockie Ferguson as the captain, Shubman Gill as the vice captain. I can tell you very few would have had
Lockie Ferguson.
very few would have had Lockie Ferguson in their team, let alone have him as captain. Winner of Champion of the Day, a My 11 Circle Champion of the Day. Let's have a look at who our Champion of the Day is real quick. Come on, Chandrasekhar Tiwari. Congratulations from Almora, Uttarakhand. Half more if you would have got it. 420, 420 points would have happened. 420. Well done, Chandrasekhar. And let's have a look at our My 11 Circle Ultimate Team of the second game. These were the most lucrative 11. And let's see how many of these you had. Your captain, if you had KL Rahul. I'm sure a lot of people went with KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock right here. If you did, you would have done well. Okay, well, this is just it's random.
Are you okay?
It's crazy how this day has been. It's a little weird and bizarre how this day has been. Can't believe it. I really can't. But anyway, and I can't believe that we're done talking about it, because I feel like there's still so much inside me that I want to express. And I feel like Lisa also really wants to say stuff.
She doesn't. She doesn't. I promise you, she doesn't.
Like a quick.
I told you I've got a presentation in like 4 hours, so let's just keep going.
Do you want to do a quick 5,000 words about how today has impacted you emotionally?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's like, what have I been eating to keep awake? What have I been drinking?
Tell me something, honestly, and we're all friends here. Did you wash your face with 2 espressos just before the show? Did you just say, just splash him straight into the eyes?
It's just like I take shots of espresso instead. Now, I had a little bit of sugar at the second game innings break.
Oh, okay.
And that kept me going. And the game. Come on, the game's exciting. So you kind of get pumped up anyway.
The super overs were like adrenaline shots, all right? Well, let's talk about the game tomorrow. It's Monday, but, it's going to keep coming at you. It's Chennai and Rajasthan. These are all the 6th brigade, all of them sitting on 6 points. And they play tomorrow in Abu Dhabi. Let's have a look at the Chennai team. For Chennai, of course, the news that everyone is waiting for is on Dwayne Bravo, I guess. But if Dwayne Bravo is not there, it could work out for them. Josh Hazelwood straight in, because they've got enough batting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a straight swap. They could get Hazelwood. They could get Ngidi also. Ngidi is also very useful. He's a terrific bowler as well, so don't count him out. And sometimes these kind of conditions generally may suit him more than this. It all depends on who they think is the better death bowler. Because I think their big problem is the fact that they need one of the fast bowlers to bowl the death. And whoever suits that better for them, or they think, they'll take that. But definitely a fast bowler coming in for Bravo is the way to go. And I don't see any other changes. Their batting did well last time.
Lisa?
I was going to say, I don't know if they'll think, and it'll be interesting to see which pitch they'll use in Abu Dhabi, given that it was the day game today. But Imran Tahir, we still haven't seen him. Like, he's like one of the best T20 bowlers, and he has not played a game yet. So I thought they might bring him in at the back end of the tournament when the pitches start to get tired. I think that, if they are ever going to use him, they need to start using him now.
It's a good bloke. I remember he put a tweet out saying that when I was playing, people carried drinks out for me, and now everybody else is playing. Generation has changed. I'm happy to carry the drinks out for them. I thought that was just a phenomenal sort of team man kind of attitude to have. And there's a few of those around, and it's always good to see them. It doesn't matter how senior you are and how much you've played. Everyone's equal in the team. Let's have a look at the other team, Rajasthan, that's playing tomorrow. Rajasthan, of course, also got a few things right with Robin Uthappa opening with, I'd like to see Joss Butler, wouldn't you, Lisa? Him opening with Joss Butler. Let Ben Stokes do what he does brilliantly at 5.
Yeah, but there's a few people that think, well, Josh Butler does that for England, so he can do that for Rajasthan. But I prefer to see him at the top, and he kind of burst onto the scene because he became an opening batter at the top in the shortest format. So they'll be hurting that squad. They really will. They almost need a miracle like Kings 11 were able to do tonight, just to kind of keep the morale up, because at the moment they're pretty down and out.
Yeah, in fact, you know what, this is basically like all these guys in the prison in which Bane was in Batman. So only one of these guys is going to get out. Whoever gets a point will sort of be able to climb the wall a bit, because 3 and 6, if you get 3 and 7, it's a kiss of death almost.
Yeah.
So whoever wins it sort of stays in contention.
Joy, this is the second movie prison reference that you made in 15 minutes. Is there anything you're trying to tell us? I mean, we're friends here. There's something.
It's okay.
There's something.
Okay. It's okay. The judge said it was juvenile. It's to be expunged from my records. It's fine.
Oh, jeez. I'm looking forward to. Sorry, yeah, that's right. You're the one who's actually in prison for the next 12 days?
12 days. And not that we're counting, but yeah, 12 days.
Yeah. For a second, a lot of people had a heart attack thinking you were making an Australia joke. But no, you were not. You're not. Just making a quarantine joke because she's in isolation right now. Yeah. We have a little bit of business that we still have to finish from the first game. There was just so much. I told you there was just my list is this long. Where is it? Oh, I've got a tea bag on it now. Let's our boost stamina meter from game number 1, and we spoke about him for a second, but let's just speak a little more in detail about him, because we're talking about Lockie Ferguson. We're talking about his average speed, get off the bench, and that's what you want to do. You want to bowl rockets at people. An average speed of 141. He had more than half of his deliveries of dot balls. He was 3 for 15 in his spell. Jeez, that's Wayham and gold already, Joy.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, what also not getting the new ball. All bowlers, all fast bowlers like the new ball. So coming in the middle and doing what he did, I thought it was fantastic, and he just showed that he's a team guy. Give me the ball. What needs to be done, I'll go and do it. And obviously, Baz will know him because he's a Kiwi, and he'd say, you know what, you're not going to be bowling the first 10. We're going to use you like this, and he just did so well for them. I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, but Lockie does that a lot for New Zealand as well, right? Doesn't always get the opening, doesn't get the new ball for New Zealand.
No, they kind of use him as a kind of bowler that kind of bangs the ball into the wicket. Yeah. Sometimes if there's not a lot in the deck or the ball isn't swinging, they use his extra pace. But Brendan McCullum did kind of indicate that KKR are looking at what is working for Delhi and Mumbai, and they feel that holding back one of their fast bowlers and bowling them, that 6, 7, 8, 9 over mark is having more of an impact. So teams are learning from other teams and going, well, do we have that type of player in our squad? If you do, how do you get them in? And they found a way.
Yeah, because with Rabada and Nokia being in the team, I think Tushar opened the bowling, didn't he, Joy, for the previous game for Delhi? So, and did really well.
Yeah,
actually.
Did very well for them, and they use Nokia and Rabada very sparingly, so they have enough of them in the end. So, I think I like the fact that Brendan was open enough to admit, these guys are doing it, they're doing well. So hell, we tried it as well.
Because it's changed, right? I mean, in the first 20 games, first 15 games when the pitches were slightly fresher, we were always looking at that and going, you've got these great new ball bowlers, just this pace, give it to them. And now it's changed again where you're saying, all right, hold them back a little bit. Just hold them back a little bit. That's amazing. This tournament, I think it's super interesting that it's being played only on 3 grounds, because you're seeing some very interesting patterns develop, which, probably haven't seen since, even in 2009, it was played on many more grounds.
Many more grounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it closest is 2014, but that was just one part of the season. There was 7.
It was 1/3 of the tournament, wasn't it? That was played in UAE.
2 and 5. No,
20. 20 out of 60. That's right. 20 out of 60. Yeah, you're just counting your Kolkata games, right? You are aware that there were 7 other teams there as well, right? You are aware. looked around. Yeah? More blokes as well. There were 20 games in the tournament. Kolkata played only 5. Just to make it clear. We have the Joy Factor question, which also has a very clear answer. But here's the question first.
Okay, the Shahbaz Nadeem was the only one in 2019. Pragyan, the only one 10 years before. Who was the only one before that? And the answer is these are guys who have made their test debuts for India. Only one guy has made their test debut in a year. So Shahbaz Nadeem was the only guy who made his debut for India in 2019. And in between that, there are four, five guys, they made their debut. 2009 rather, Pragyan Oja was the only guy. And before that, 2005, MS Dhoni. Rarely do you have a year in which just one guy makes a debut. These are the years.
Wow. Were they Indians or Mumbai Indians those years? Think about it. Yeah. Keeping the team steady. We've got a winner. Do we have a regular winner? Do we have a new winner making their debut? We have a new winner. Let's have a look. See. Shubh Arora. Quirkily alive. Congratulations to Shubh Arora. Well done. That was a very interesting question, actually. That's pretty good. It's also
how do you come up with these, Joy?
He just makes them up. None of these are true.
Got it. Right. I can do that. Can I do one then?
Yes. Start right now.
No, it's too early. Come on, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. It's time to go now. No, this does not mean free hit. It's time to go. Just wrap it up. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much, Joy. This has been a fantastic day of cricket, and I've been very happy to share this with you. So thank you so much for your inputs. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your stories. Thank you so much. And I'm Gaurav Kapur, and a big thank you to our crew. Long weekend, 2 games made longer by 16 super overs that have happened in the last 6 hours. So a big thank you to all our Cricbuzz crew as well. A big thank you to all of you for watching. You were watching My 11th Circle presents Cricbuzz Live. That's all for the weekend. I didn't think I'd say these words.